Hi, I'm Lisa Robinson. I'm the host of the new hit show Boss Divas. And I'd like to welcome today, we have Dr. Erica Manger on our show today. And she is going to talk to us about wellness and chiropractic care. So, Erica, tell me when you were growing up and you were going to school, what made you say, I want to be a chiropractor?
Well, I always wanted to help people. That was my number one thing. And when I actually interned at a med school, I loved it. But then I started to see things that I wasn't a big fan of, some changes that happened to med students. And so I just realized, wow, like I've seen a chiropractor since I was 16 years old, and I went for low back pain. And all of a sudden, not only did my low back feel better, but I actually started to, well, use the restroom. So I used to have issues with that, with constipation, and I didn't know that it's all linked, right? Like our body really is just a carbon shell with electricity running through it and a soul. And that electricity is the nervous system. And that's why chiropractic's so powerful when we tap into that, because it literally governs everything. And so, but yeah, so when I was in undergrad, I actually visited a chiropractic school with a friend of mine, and I didn't even know it was a separate school. I thought you just went to med school and became a chiropractor, but it pretty much is med school. It's just separate, kind of like dentistry. So I went and visited the school and ran track actually in college. And this track coach, they actually had a track team at this school in Atlanta, Life University. And he was like, hey, you run track? And anyway, so I guess he saw my legs, you know. And so, long story short, I said yes. And he says, would you want to come to a chiropractic school? And I was like, that sounds amazing because A, I'm not on call. B, I'm actually helping people and like no one dies on me. At least I hope not. Malpractice isn't that bad. And in my opinion, the more research I've done on chiropractic, I realized that chiropractic is the doctor of the future. And what I mean by that is we need medicine.
Mm-hmm.
We need it. It has its place. If my arm was cut off, I wouldn't say, oh, let me get adjusted or, put essential oils on it. Like I would go to the hospital and have a medical doctor sew my arm back on. But the point is that I think in our society, we want a quick fix. And where chiropractic comes in is it may not be as quick. I mean, some patients want adjustment, they feel great. But we're making structural changes. We're making neurological changes that's why when people say, why do you bring a baby to a chiropractor? Why do anyway, it just is life changing to see a baby who is chronically suffering with earaches or
Mm-hmm.
chronically suffering with colic just have a simple alignment of the spine, which they say, oh, well, what if you never saw a chiropractor? Like, how would you then live? And it's like, well, but if you don't know what you're missing. And back in the day, thousands of years ago, they walked on each other's backs. I mean, some people still do in
That's right.
all their cultures,
Yeah.
right? And, people joke about Jackie Chan and all. I mean, he kills people with his neck. But at the end of the day, like, we can Jackie Chan, but where we don't kill, right? Because at the end of the day, we are trained
Mm-hmm.
so highly and know what we're doing. And a lot of people don't know our malpractice is the lowest of anyone in the medical field because we actually do not hurt
Oh,
people. So people don't understand that. It's like,
well,
it's pretty cool.
I want to take a minute and tell people how we met too. I have a cat that had been suffering, and I didn't know she had been suffering for years and years and years because she had jumped from the second story down to the first story. And I kept noticing that I felt like she was in pain. So I had told my friend, I wonder if animals can be adjusted. Sure enough, he Googled, we found you. I we brought Bella over. She was a different cat within the first adjustment, and then we had a second adjustment, and now she wants to sit right here. She's like so
Oh,
grateful that I found you and you fixed her. And
oh,
then I had so much fun there. I decided to become a patient, and a lot of people on my Facebook page know that I fell a while back, and I had hurt my back and hurt my hip really bad. And I've been coming, I guess, about 4 weeks now. And I just see this huge change in how I feel. And I
Right.
feel better physically and mentally and everything because my body is getting aligned.
Yes. That's
So
awesome.
tell people about the animals. I want people to hear about the animal chiropractic.
Yes. So I always wanted to be a vet, but I could not handle an animal dying. It made me too sad. So I thought, what better way to be able to give animals some awesome care that I know is great for them to be an animal chiropractor? So I went to some extra coursework. It was about 9 extra months, and then took this national exam. It was a 2 day exam on horses and dogs and cats. And after all that, I was like, yay, now I can see animals. And so I see dogs and cats, and I've seen horses. I've actually adjusted a chicken, a bunny. The chicken was very interesting, I'll be honest. I've never, the chicken actually wasn't laying eggs. And so I was like, I'll be honest, I don't know if this is going to help your chicken. Like, I'm not, but hey. And so I felt the chicken's neck as I was hoping it didn't pluck my eye out. It was so cute, though. It was like, like all up in my junk. But then I adjusted and it literally, she called me the next day and said that the chicken laid eggs, 3. I was like, what?
Wow.
So I guess and the thing about animals, like with Bella, your cat, and just any, the dogs I see. So I primarily see dogs and cats, and it's usually just referral only because most of my practice is human. It's
Yes.
so cool because they know that they're being helped. They know, they have this intuition. They know that what you're about to do to them is, and they feel your intent to actually help, and they know it's good for their
Mm-hmm.
body. And after you adjust, especially a dog, they do this whole body shake, and and we know that if they don't shake, then we need to check if something else is out of alignment or subluxated is what the fancy term is. And because they are actually readjusting their body neurologically. Like if you think about it, a human, when we like hang upside down like kids, you're like, why are these
Mm-hmm.
kids hanging upside down, jumping everywhere like freaks? Well, they need to get that cerebellar, like, that spatial orientation.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to satisfy that center of their brain to calm them down actually naturally, because kids are naturally hyper. I mean, not all, but you know what I'm saying overall.
Well, yeah.
So same with an animal, they know what to do naturally, and so they shake that head and then they shake their whole little body to help reset everything. It's phenomenal. So when I see
I
dogs,
remember
yeah,
I remember with Bella, remember when we took her out of the cage, I told you we have to watch her because she'll bite you. And because there's a certain point on her back that if we touched it, she would bite us. But
yes,
she came out, she was a little scared at first, but you're right. She knew that I had brought her there for you to help her, and she
yes,
let you do it. I love
yeah,
it.
it's so cool. They're so cute, so sweet.
So I want to ask you, you may not know this particular part of it, but I know my mom, she only had 3 children, which I'm glad because I'm the baby. But she said that she had a tilted uterus. And I had never heard of that before
Mm-hmm.
until I had actually had children and went to the gynecologist. And they said, yes, that really is a thing. So would a chiropractor be able to help with something like that?
It's one of those like hit or miss situations. Usually it's a genetic thing, and that's more soft tissue. Yet, because the uterus has then the round ligaments associated, which then attaches to the pelvis and the femur, it can happen where it can help for sure with getting pelvic adjustments and addressing the hips and the sacrum, which is the base of the spine, kind of above the tailbone. It can definitely help. I mean, I haven't had before and afters where I'd said, hey, it was tilted and now it's not, but I would not venture to say it could not help. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't also say and claim that it would. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
why not
yes,
give
of
it a
course.
shot? Because
That's
everything is connected, and in my opinion, yeah, it's the beauty of the healing, the natural healing our body has. It's like astounding what I get to see. Like it's so cool, and that's why the chiropractic, I can get into this history of chiropractic. why back in the day a lot of people thought we were quacks, and now we're starting to come around more, and people are like, oh, they're actually not. They're actually pretty cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I can give you that history another day. But basically, it's a sad situation because it was nothing to do with what we actually do. We were helping people, and the medical community. Yeah, it was a big loss to
And
me.
chiropractic care is not that expensive. People have that misconception of, oh, I can't afford another doctor bill. But chiropractic care is not that expensive.
No, it should.
That's the beauty of it for the average person.
True. And we do, like, not every office, but our office, we do a lot of care plans. So it makes it easy to where if we know you need this many visits to get you where we feel, you can function optimally. And then, uh, then yeah, it's like, okay, then you just pay this per month. It's so much easier than this every single time. And then, over time that adds up.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
I know. I was really impressed that y'all offered that plan.
Yes.
Because not many do. I was going to another chiropractor, and they would not do it. So I was really impressed, and I went ahead and paid up front because I want to be taken care of, and I don't want to have to worry about that. Every single week finding the money to come to the chiropractor. And I love y'all so much.
You're so cute. We
I have to come every week now.
You're so cute.
So I just wanted to say, Dr. Erica Manger Hamburger, she is going to be our wellness person on Boss Divas. So I wanted everybody to meet you and know that you will be a regular on our show whenever we're in LA filming. And I hope you have fun because you got a lot more coming.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Great.
And I'm also going to invite people to write into the show. That way, if they have any questions, we'll be able to give you those questions and you can address them on the show.
That's awesome. Yes. If I know the answer, I will answer. If I don't, I will direct you to where.
That's right. And tell us where you are, even though I don't want to share you.
Oh, yes.
Because
Where I live?
Tell us where you are. Well, where the office is.
Yes. So, Wellness Emotion Chiropractic. We are in Covington, Louisiana, about 40 minutes outside, 45 minutes outside New Orleans, across the bridge on the North Shore. And it's great. And I'm from New Orleans, born and raised, if you can hear a slight accent. My husband's not from here. So, and then we hired also Dr. Quinn. So there's three of us to help you. And yeah, you'll feel at home when you come.
And I've been adjusted by all three, and I love you all three. So
glad.
If anybody's listening, take my advice. You've got to go see Dr. Manger, Dr. Hamburger, Dr. Quinn at Wellness in Motion.
Oh, thank
Dr. Manger, I want to thank you for being with me today.
Yeah.
And there'll definitely be many more to come. Plus, we're also going to talk about doing a show for Dr. Manger as well. So y'all will have to stay tuned for that one.
Yay.
Well, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.